I think this was the first video that I made talking about this game 4 years ago. Knowing what we know now, I want to see how well some of this shit aged. Because I'm willing to bet some of it aged terribly. But some stuff, maybe I was spitting. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like up until now, Project L, for me, Project L did not exist until yesterday. What did I just... I'm the same fucking person. I don't change up. This was a 10-year dev cycle. And I feel like for 7, 8 years, 9 years of it, there were, from jump, there were people putting this thing on a pedestal that I was like, there's no way it can hit, like, there's no way it can live up to this. They're like, you don't understand, bro. It's gonna save Will and Jada's marriage. It's gonna cure type 2 diabetes. Bro, what are y'all doing? You don't even know if the game gonna be fun. You don't even, how are you saying this? This tweet made me kind of chuckle. He said, if I don't get 5K for getting 33rd in a Project L major, I'm quitting the game. That's a joke, but low-key, people, I feel like on some level, some people really did have that kind of expectation for it from jump. And I'm like, if you sit down and want to talk about the problems, I feel like we'd be here for hours. But it's more about the context, I think. The inputs, I don't know if the inputs are, it's more about, rather than it be about the inputs or something like that, to me, I think the game just had an identity problem. It's supposed to be mass appealing to a mostly league-based audience, I would imagine, right? The fighting game people were gonna go to fuck with it regardless. So it needed to have, I think, some kind of in for league people. But I don't know if the way the game ends up developing, it actually has that baked into the gameplay. But that almost doesn't matter if it's some IP with IP strength stuff. I don't know. But I wonder if they ever took advice or like got some kind of feedback or something like that that really made them change course on some stuff. This is my fundamental issue. And it's not even just like with this specific game. I am the anti-Sage AM, anti-Max. They're like trying to like engage with these people, with like people who don't actually care about these games. Me, I've done full heel turn. I'm like, bro, just be honest and say you're not interested. Just be because the second you start trying to say, well, I don't like them because this, I can look at something else and be like, but you fuck with this? The games are too hard and they don't teach you anything. Bro, I booted up Dota 2 for the first time like 3 weeks ago. Pretend you don't know anything about Dota 2 for 1 minute. Boot up the Dota 2 shop and you tell... Bro, I bought 2 of the Mystic boots because why would you only buy 1? You have 2 fucking feet. To clarify my position, I would love it if the games get bigger and more people give them a shot because I think anybody can play them and I think that they're really cool. But now I'm like, you know what? If you're that whack and you can't even just be honest and be like, man, I don't feel like doing that shit, but you're trying to like fake engage, like, bro, fuck off. Fuck you. But I'm curious to see like what they do that takes it to the next level. I still feel this way, and that's why I was sad, boy. Not just because people I know work on this project. Regardless of your personal feeling about you as a player in the game, you should have been able to look at this and see, and again, I don't think any of this is controversial. I still feel this way. This game was an opportunity for the entire genre. Like, it was potential game. Bro, this is that shitty character from JJK y'all always get hype about. This is Gojo. This game was Gojo. This game was adult Gohan. It was Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and now it's just adult Gohan. You get what I'm saying? You can think about the potential. Thinking about like back-end APIs being plugged into the broadcast team and all this other stuff. That's for stats, being able to feed that to commentators in real time.
Where production teams.
No JP publisher was ever going to even think about this shit. The net play mostly was pretty good, right? But I guess the thing is, you got to remember, this video was in 2021. From this point on till 2025, by now, most of the games have pretty decent net play, in my opinion. I don't know, y'all might feel differently, but to be honest, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I played overseas too, so I know. Listen, y'all's internet is dog shit, bro. Y'all can't be blaming other people on this. Like, bro, you can't be playing on Campbell Soup Can internet, 56K dial-up. You're still smothering the modem between pillows so you don't wake your dad in the middle of the night when it does a... You're trying to net play on that shit, like, bro, and then getting mad. Dog, your internet is dog shit. Get off the Prodigy internet from 1994. You might have to upgrade, dude. They don't even have AOL anymore.
this game realistically. I did not expect this game before 2023 at the earliest.
God damn, I'm a fucking
interesting thing
idiot.
about that is, given what we know, honest with you, what I really want to tell you is 2024. And I only say that because it took them 7 fucking years to produce this 6-minute video.
All right. I said the quiet part out loud there. All right.
I want to see what kind of crazy shit they can come up with when they have access to real fucking resources.
That's my thing. Was I wrong for feeling that way? I still felt this way even now. Then why would you say that's hopium? That was realium.
That are gonna pick up this game and give it a shot. Try to actually learn a fighting game. It's gonna be fucking crazy, man.
How fucking right and wrong I was at the same fucking time. Did Tyler 1 even know that this shit came out? Can I show y'all something? So I did this experiment. I want to share with you the results. So I hit up someone who I knew played League of Legends, and I was like, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do not use Google. And this was their answer. I was like, what the hell, man? Was it really just not even pushed? It's not like it wasn't getting ads, but it's like there was some key component from with this missing where like it just did not even really like
this kind of game, one that kind of
get pushed onto the league audience like that. The tragedy and irony is this game and City of the Wolves have 2 very different marketing budgets, very different marketing strategies, and they do very different things, right? The end result is the same. Think about that. And that's kind of crazy. You can find like faults in both, obviously, right?
Giving it all this,
but I'm saying, like, when you really think about it,
pressure, you know,
isn't that wild?
Even, like, know what the game is, right?
And I don't know how much of that is like you could point at the marketing, right? There's a lot of obvious issues. How much of this is the game's fault? How much of this is the marketing's fault? How much of this is a dark reality that I can't help but come to a conclusion of on some level? A lot of people just don't want to fuck with these games. I can't help but think that in the back of my mind on some level.
So I think that having a robust cast of unique and all kind of different characters, I think will really, really do a lot for this.
This is not a controversial opinion at all. I think everybody knew this. Can I show y'all something too? Because this also spurred the discussion on like Tokon. Tokon's dropping with 20 characters, 4 or 5 character season pass. They've already announced it. Bro, we don't even know we know less than half the cast. I already know that there's going to be a season pass and DLC. Can I show y'all something real quick? This is a 2v2 fighting game that is like damn near 30 years old. Count the characters real quick. To be fair, a few of these are reused assets. Not that many though. I have quite a few actually. You're about to get a 4v4 fighting game with barely more than this roster size. Now, obviously, for Arc System Works titles, they're a lot more high fidelity, the models and stuff like that are. But even then, I'm looking at that like, that Season 1 pass, you could have just included that cast. We don't need a Year 1 Season pass, just sell the game. So, obviously, this game being, a 2v2, not as bad, not as dire as like a 4v4 situation, but I'm like, man, if X-Men versus Street Fighter cast is outnumbering you that bad, like...
Is the simple input system and the IP strength going to be enough to entice players from League, Valorant, TFT who don't play these games? Is that enough, like, to get them to play? The question I've been asking myself since I left is...
Fundamental question that I asked March 14, 2024. And this was still the question months down the line. Some of this stuff, too, I still feel the same way. Might make the experience a little bit sharper than it would be, logging onto your Wii or, whatever y'all play, Smash Brothers. So what the fuck am I talking about, man? I was just trying to see if there were any nuggets of wisdom or interesting calls like that. There weren't many. To be honest with you, not much has changed. I still feel the same way I did, to be honest with you, with a lot of this shit. Gameplay focus, if I can say anything for me personally, and this is separate from my commentary on it as a community member or like a event organizer, whatever, right? This is just me, specifically me as a player. It's not even just this game, but it's like something that is like reaffirmed to me. I'm good on active tag. No more, please. No more active tag, please. I'm sorry. Like, I can't. The active tag, no more. I'm sorry. I don't want no. Here's the thing. This game had really, really high potential. I just went through some of these older videos that I made. I think I was pretty grounded, right? Compared to what some people's expectations were. And even I'm listening to myself. I'm like, damn, I was on that hopium. And I don't think that's even a bad thing, to be honest with you, because the truth is, this game with this company had an insane amount of potential, again, to define ideas and concepts across the genre. Even if you didn't play this game had the potential to offer a blueprint and change something in some way, quality-wise, feature-wise, package-wise, for the game that you play down the line potentially. And you had to have seen that. You had to have known that. When you give all these resources, all this money, all this, you did all this with it, but in the end, what are we left with? It's us. It's just us. People who want to play these games. Feedback from people who are not interested in these games might have shaped some design decisions behind making the game. Trying to appeal to people that just aren't interested in the end. In trying to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. You run that risk, you know? The game's not over, you know? They're seeing this competitive calendar through to the end of its first iteration, at least. I don't know what to expect for the future. It's not dead. It's not done. And people saying that are, frankly, you don't know what that means. It's just another game now. It's just like City of the Wolves or Vampire Savior or Type Lumina, or it's in the same position. The community has to carry the game like this. The content and the stuff that they come out with it's on the community now to prop it up like that. Real shit though, you can't even get League players to boot up Dota 2. How you gonna get them to play a fighting game? Can we talk about that? You can't even get these motherfuckers to play Dota.